What up? Yeah, mailbox. Tulip, how's it going? Walking home, I had to walk down to the bank. Amazon keeps stealing money out of my account. I went to go use my bank card. Insufficient funds. Not happy about it. Went to go buy some nicotine pouches, you know, like those Ons nicotine pouches. I went to go buy some of them, and they're like, oh, crappy ass phone? What do you mean crappy ass phone? Maybe crappy service. Don't be making fun of my phone, bro. Oh, yours. I'll take that personal. Like, not my phone. No. Paid too much for it to be crappy. But yeah, Amazon keeps taking money from me. And like I went and adjusted my settings on my Amazon account so that, because you know I had a Prime membership at one time, I quit paying for that because I don't use it. I'm not paying $15 a month for something I don't use. Very rarely, you know what I mean? And don't use it often enough to justify paying for it that often. And so I could have swore I went through and I've set my settings so they can't do that to me no more. And apparently I was wrong or something. I don't freaking know. But I went to go use my bank card. No money. Amazon took it. So I had to walk down there to the bank, which is, I mean, it's the bank's on the other side of that, out there. Dave, what up? German, what up? Tulip, what up? So now I'm just strolling home. And my house is way down there. It's about I don't know, 3/4 of a mile to a mile walk anyways. I just power walked it to make sure I got there before the bank closed. So now I'm just strolling home. Lemmy, what up? Boy, there's a good north wind today. Lake's nice and calm. Yeah, at work. That's good. Sometimes I wished I had a typical job. You get bored easy. Northern Lake Restaurant, home cooking. They've been closed for a while. I'm surprised to see those light up, those things in the window though, still there and moving. You know, you put them sun things in the window and the solar makes them wiggle like the plants and stuff. But that was kind of odd. Still there. And I'm freehanding it, so if it wiggles a little bit, it is what it is. At least the wind's not too bad to make it sound like crap, I don't think. Shouldn't, anyways. Got them beats. Got them beats. Happy Friday, Hawk fan. Yep, it is Friday. I got a pumpkin at home I need to carve. The only reason I'm really going to carve it, though, is so I can give it to the dog, let him chew it up, and I can take some cute dog pictures of him chewing up the carved pumpkin, and I get some pumpkin seeds to cook in the oven for a snack. That's the only reason I even got it. Ain't no kids coming to our house for Halloween. There's a bunch of old people that live in this town. Not very many kids around here, actually. The kid population's real low in this town. I mean, there's a few. It's never too late. You got a matter of hours. Right? Like I said, the pumpkin's actually for me and the dog. So I don't have any little kids anymore. My son's all grown up. Matter of fact, I found out, I don't know, about a week ago, I guess, I'm going to be a grandpa. At 45, I'm going to be a grandpa. Not looking forward to that. But it is what it is. Hopefully it grows on me. I'm just not the parenting type, man. I don't know what it is. I used to try to be. I guess when you're a single guy all your life, at least for the last 20 years, you kind of lose that parenting instinct or something. I don't know. My kid's 22. Here's our local hardware store. Got that True Value. This house is done up. Be recording college students drinking. Yeah. There ain't shit around here to record. I can't believe I've got 8,000 subscribers living where I live. You know what I mean? I had one dude in a comment. He says, subscribed, 5 minutes later, unsubscribed. I says, yeah, you'll have that. I says, but lucky for me, I picked up 20 new subs and a new channel member, so you're one subscription, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, bro. You'll have that on them big jobs, you know what I mean? So many people are mad that I took a free pre-roll. It's like, do you not catch the part in the video where I was leaving anyways? You know what I mean? I wasn't bribed to leave. I was on a time schedule. I was leaving anyways, whether she came out or not. I wasn't letting a free pre-roll go by for a sample of a dispensary that I've never been to. And with their hospitality, you know what I mean? I'd have been a dummy, you know? So, one guy's like, yeah, I suppose I could. Yep, I'm Ken. Everybody's got a freaking price. You know what I'm saying? That day, price happened to be a joint. You know, like, come on, man. I was anyway. Oh, shit. I don't know how much of that I talked to myself about, but I hit a dead spot there for a second. I've got almost complete bars. I don't know what happened. Must have been in like a portal there somewhere. This post office. Randazzle, what up? I thought about coming here to the post office and just standing around outside videoing, because I know none of the people inside will say anything. Oh yeah, I had one recognize you. I was in one of your. I had somebody do that to me at the Dollar General over the summer. They were. She's like, I support what you do, but I was like, apparently videoed the fireworks and she wasn't happy about it. It's like, clearly it had nothing to do with you or your kids, so I don't know why you want to make it about you and your kids. It has nothing to do with you, and you clearly know that, but you're a fucking Karen and gotta say something stupid. Okay, I think I know what happened. My Wi-Fi was on and I got too close to one of these resorts and my phone tried picking the Wi-Fi up. So I had to shut my Wi-Fi off. Yeah, I think that got me quite a bit in the Mackinac City one, but I mean, unless you go like super viral, it's, you know what I mean? It's a lot harder than what people think it is to really get some good traction. I mean, for where I live at and the amount of content I'm able to find, I'm pretty happy with the success of what I've accomplished so far. Granted, at this time of year it might slow down and stuff a little bit and then pick back up spring, summer, it's just kind of how it is for where I live. I don't have the ability to just go wherever, and you know what I mean, unlike some other places. Now if I lived downstate where I grew up at, it'd be different. I'd have probably content plenty, but I have to actually put effort into going out, finding content, you know what I mean, versus, some people live in the right area, all they gotta do is just go out and walk around, the content finds them. You know what I mean? Made a theme song for your channel today, like one of those AI edited ones or something. I try to keep my intro and outro kind of short these days. It's like, do you really need a theme song? Like, as much respect as I have for Michigan Constitutional Crusader and his channel and everything, his new theme song I'm not a big fan of. When it comes on, it kicks on real loud, and you know what I'm saying, and it's just, so like with mine, it's just the mellow music just for whatever 15-second. Look, here comes a Karen if I ever seen one. See, that was a Karen. That was my ma. She flipped me off. Need some real estate in this area. There's a real estate place. Look, here's some little, here we're in the middle of town, but here's some deer tracks. Some deer tracks. That's how freaking rural I am. It's ridiculous. Here's some sirens. Probably going to see the ambulance fly by here shortly. Trees are about bare, most of them. I was working on blowing the leaves in my yard the other day. My leaf blower took a shat on me. So needless to say, I got a bunch of leaves in my front yard. And Fat Mike is not the raking type. You know what I mean? Fuck raking them leaves. So now I gotta waiting for a leaf blower. I found one on Amazon for 36 bucks. Big Mike speaks into the big mic today. This big Mike speaks into no big mics. This place used to be the pizza stop. You know, Amazon does kind of suck, but it's I mean, it's convenient. And when you live in a place where I live, convenience is convenient. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'd have to go to like the True Value, pay top dollar for a leaf blower, or the Fish and Hunt here, which is a nice place, but I can't afford Husqvarna. You know what I'm saying? So for 36 bucks, I can get a small leaf blower that can plug into an extension cord, walk around my yard, and handle the business that it needs to handle. And even if I have to pay 36 bucks every couple of years for a new one, I think that's kind of worth it. Now, don't get me wrong, I would rather go buy a nice Husqvarna backpack blower if I had the money, but it's just not something I can afford. And my yard just can't afford to have leaves sitting in it all year long, and then, you know what I mean? Looks like crap. Spring comes around, you know, it's just like to try to keep my yard looking kind of nice. Like any respectable man would, you know what I mean? He's Carbon in the house. What up? Yeah, nice Husqvarna backpack blower would be nice, but you're talking 300 bucks at a minimum. A couple, at least 250 to 300, depending on how many CFMs you want it to blow. You know what I mean? Even if I had like one of those cheap ones with this, like it's like one of the big fans. You just kind of like push it around your yard. Those would be pretty sweet. But I got a Husqvarna weed whacker, but that was only, you know, 125 bucks. Be nice to be able to afford one of those, wouldn't it? Got a Husqvarna snowblower too, but we got that used. I got a Husqvarna chainsaw, but that was given to me. I got a Rancher 55. It's a good little chainsaw though. It's actually not a little chainsaw, it's kind of big and heavy. It's got a kind of a smaller bar on it though. But boy, she runs like a raped ape and she will rip some wood. So I mean, I got some stuff, I just don't have everything yet. But the only thing I really need these days that would make life a lot more better would be like a Husqvarna lawnmower, riding lawnmower with a snowblower on it. That would make life a lot better around the house. You know what I mean? I got a push one though, or self-propelled Husqvarna snowblower. But a riding lawnmower with a snowblower on it would be better. With a deck for mowing and a snowblower for the winter, shit, life would be good. Maybe one of these days I can find one for a few $100 on Facebook Marketplace or some shit. That'd be nice. Hey, what's up, Bob? Not bad. Take it easy. That was Bob. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, get something on Marketplace would be nice. Yeah, the prices they pay for those new side-by-sides and crap like that's outrageous. Outrageous. Got the all-enclosed cab, tinted windows, winches, heat, music, radio, you know what I mean? Got the whole... Those are pretty sick, but I can't imagine how people can even afford... What kind of money do you have to make to be able to afford that kind of shit? Because I've never been able to make that kind of money, ever in my life. I don't know if I grew up in the wrong generation, wrong opportunities, wrong everything, clearly, but I've never been able to accomplish that. And then if you got something like that, you got you a sweet ass truck with a nice ass trailer, you know what I mean? But in my mind, I just can't justify working my life away to make payments on, you know what I mean? And in the end, do you really own it? Because somebody can come and take it, and that somebody being the government, you know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting. Yeah, air conditioning. I mean, I could understand heating, you know, I mean, they make heat anyways, you know what I mean? But air conditioning too? Come on. I mean, they're basically little vehicles, you know what I'm saying? And the reality is, in some instances, you might be better off buying one of those than buying a vehicle, right? I don't know. I mean, those side-by-sides come in really handy in a place like this. Like when I did have a four-wheel, I didn't hardly drive my vehicle, especially if I was in town here, to get on my four-wheeler, you know what I mean? The amount of money that saved in gas. You know, junk like that. Manistee Lakes Road, Mackinac Heights, 33 County. One. Well, that's it. Anything that I own, I've paid for. It's paid for. You know what I mean? Now I'm at the point in life where I don't have much, nor do I need much, and I try to live as minimalistic as I can. You know, my mom technically owns the house. I'm trying to get her to get her shit together and put everything into a trust. That way she can, whoever she's leaving whatever to, she can leave the trust in their name. That way we can keep the house out of probate and all that junk, you know what I mean? I don't know how successful that's going to go, because anytime I tell my mom to do something, she does the complete opposite. She's like, I don't care, I'm not the one that's going to have to deal with it. You know, you can go spend all this money and work all hard to get this place, and then let it get tied up in probate and maybe be taken by the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope she does the right thing. I'm home. Turn my Wi-Fi back on. Boom, Wi-Fi. So, yep, you can see. What are you doing, Ben? Come here. There's my boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Uh-oh, we got the zoomies. Oh, look at him go. Oh, what you got? Oh, he's got his pumpkin. Oh, he's got it. Yeah, I don't have a woman, man. I've been single since I was going on 25 years now, I guess. Close to it. Or 20 years. 19, 20 years I've been single. Had a kid, and then me and baby mama split up, and then I got married to some other chick for a short time, and me and her split up, and I've been officially single ever since. Oh, I'm gonna get that. You better give me that pumpkin. Yeah, I have it. When I do work, though, that's about what I make is $50 an hour, depending on what the job is. So I mean, I'm capable of making that kind of money. Making that kind of money consistently for 40 plus hours a week, that's a different story. You better give me that. Yeah, if I made $50 an hour and worked 40 plus hours a week, I could live comfortably. I probably wouldn't be single, though, because, you know, the biggest thing that keeps me single is being poor. You know what I mean? So, being poor and fat. So that kind of does that for me, you know what I mean? Got those two things going against me. I'm okay with that. If I want some poonan, you know, the best things in life are rented. You know what I'm saying? Best things in life are rented. So, well, that's my walk home. I'll show you guys my pumpkin. I haven't carved it yet. That's what I was getting ready to do before I went to go use my bank card. I was like, I'm gonna go over to the store and I'm gonna play with this pumpkin. And I suck at drawing. I'm not very artistic. But I'm just gonna do some basic triangle eyes on it. And then, like a triangle nose and little mouth. Cut her open. Dig out the seeds. I want the seeds. But that's the pumpkin. There's my crap ass weed, my leaf blower. This is what took a crap. The hardware that holds that in fell out while I was using it. And then, come on. And then you could see where things were wore out and it was rubbing in there. Wore this out, and then there's supposed to be like a little shaft here. That broke off. Whatever the retainer was, the only reason I put that on there was to hold these on, because I was just going to get one of these. But I don't have a proper retainer for that shaft. So I was paying $15 for a new one of these anyway, so I figured for another $15, just get a freaking new one. You know what I'm saying? There's a... I guess that isn't a Husqvarna. That's one of those, I always thought it was a Husqvarna. I forgot. But either way, it runs. So. And it throws snow. And that's all that matters. That's what I cut grass with. Suck-ass push mower. I mean, I can honestly say it's not too much to cut by hand. But I mean, who really wants to push a freaking lawnmower in 2025? You know what I mean? Unless it's just like some edging or a small strip of something. But I got plenty of leaves. These two big ass maple trees. This thing's just full, just so full of leaves during the summer. See, I got this much of it blowed. Well, actually, I got up, I blew off the back here is what I did. I started back here on the driveway to clear this off because it was gathering up around the door and stuff. So I get all this done over here, come over here to blow this spot. That's when everything went bad. So because I wanted to finish the driveway and at least this section of leaves here, I went and got my shop vac, and you know how shop vacs can blow. So I just used the blow setting because there wasn't enough leaves to be too heavy not to handle that. Trying to get away from the snow. Can't stand digging out. I don't mind, it's kind of one of those love-hate things. I don't mind getting out playing with the snow blower and pushing a little snow. I don't so much mind that. It keeps me humble. You know what I mean? And majority of the time, if we get like a good night where we get lots of snow, we got a guy that will come through and plow our driveway real quick for like $25. It only takes him a good, let's see, it takes him about a good 3 pushes up the driveway and about 3 pushes to this little side section on the side of the house here. And then he's done. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's a big inconvenience for him. And it takes him a whole of barely 10 minutes and he can make $25. So that's not really that bad. Sometimes I just do it myself. It all depends on how I feel or whatever. Sometimes I don't feel good and want somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? So I pay somebody else to do it. If I had a riding lawnmower with a snowblower on, it'd be different. I'd do it all the time. When I first moved up here and my health was a lot better, I Not only did I do our place, I'd go do my grandma's. My grandma had a big driveway, but she had a snowblower and a John Deere. So that made life easier. Used to move a lot of snow there for a while. The first, I don't know, first 9 years or so, I was the snowman. But after getting all these hernias and shit and shoveling snow is the last thing I want to do these days. Oh, there's the bug. What are you doing? Huh? What my little bugger doing? Watch out, Ben. Come here, bug. Oh. Oh. Anyways, I gotta go in here and I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. But anyways, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna go in here and get my Amazon account straightened out and bum $4 off my mom so I can go get me some nicotine pouches, and then hopefully I didn't get a paycheck this month from YouTube, so next month I will for sure. It is what it is. But Big Mike is gonna go. I got a few things to do. You guys have a good day. Thanks for the walk, the conversation, blah blah blah. Big Mike out. Peace.